afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So other day we have done the line voltage. You know by this time it's a voltage between phase and phase. Phase and phase. Can anybody tell me is it 440 volt or 220 volt? Any cadet?
So 220.
No, it's a 440 volt. उसने पढ़ाया था. Phase and phase is 440. Red, yellow, blue.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
The voltage between red, yellow, yeah, yellow, blue, yeah, red, blue. Okay. So it's a merchant shift 440. Or India's line voltage is also 40. So what is the phase voltage? It's a 230. Okay. Phase and neutral. Phase and neutral. So automatically 230. It's not step down. Okay. So neutral is always grounded on shore. Neutral is grounded on shore and not grounded on ship. Okay. So neutral is grounded. That's safety region. If there is any earth fault, so tripping will take place. So colors we have already understood: red, yellow, blue, neutral, black, ground green. Names are the red, yellow, blue, RST, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, L1, L2, L3. Okay. And next step is now let us first you should know little about star and delta. Okay. So if you have 3 lamps, this is one lamp, second lamp, third lamp. If you take one wire of this and you take one wire and combine together, it's a neutral node. These are the 3 lamps. So if you get 440 volt here, so this is line voltage. This is a line voltage. Okay, but each lamp will get phase voltage with respect to neutral. So it's a reduced root 3 times. It is reduced root 3 times. Okay, other day I told you that line voltage is equal to root 3 into phase voltage. Root 3 into phase voltage. So now let us start the why neutral is not. The next step is why neutral is insulated on ship. Why neutral is not grounded. Now let us say this is the main switchboard, red, yellow, switchboard of the ship, blue, the 3 bus bars. So this is a main switchboard, main switchboard. And let us say this is the generator winding, stator, generator winding, generator output. Dev 2, are you listening or all logged in and slept?
Yes, sir, listening.
Sir.
So, okay, this is the switchboard, red bus bar, yellow bus bar, blue bus bar. These are the copper bus bars in the switchboard. And let us say the breaker. Breaker is a device. It is an on-off device with certain protections. Overload protection, short circuit protection. That means breaker means you can switch on, you can switch off something, but if there is any defect like overload, short circuit, it will trip automatically. It will stop automatically. Okay, so this is one phase going here. Second phase, yellow, and then third phase. Now, see, this is the generator part. Generator, G. This is a breaker part. Breaker. Now let us say there is a steering motor. Now let us say this is a steering motor, and it's you are in the narrow channel. Either you are entering the ship, your ship is entering in the channel, or I mean you are in the channel, and either your ship is entering in the harbor or leaving. This is steering motor. Let us say it's running. This is the breaker. Motor is running through breaker. Now suppose neutral. If the neutral would have been grounded on ship, now I'm talking about ship. If neutral would have been grounded, and if there was some earth fault means if let us say blue phase is touching to the metal body, steel body. Let us say there is a earth fault. Is it touching to the steel body? So straightway high current was going to rush like that through ship body, metal body, through this, and back to neutral. So this breaker would have tripped, steering would have failed, and it's a heavy ship, lot momentum. It would have gone 1-2 miles without steering, and there would have been accident. Okay, so that is the reason we do not ground the neutral. So if you don't ground the neutral, then tripping will not happen. This breaker will not trip. Okay, so if this neutral is not grounded, if there is earth fault, now current will not go back, no route to the current. So motor will keep running. That is the reason neutral is not grounded on ship. I'm repeating now, very, very important. If it is asked to you why neutral is not grounded on ship, if it is asked to you, you say that with the single earth fault, machinery will not trip. It will continue working because high current will not appear. Loop is not formed. From the earth fault point, high current will not rush back to the source. So tripping will not happen. Okay, that is the important point. If the neutral is not grounded due to single earth fault, motor will not trip. So ship motor steering will remain okay, even though there is a single earth fault, even though there is earth fault. Now you understood why neutral is not grounded on ship? If two cadet, any cadet can tell me why neutral is not grounded? Can any one cadet reply why neutral is not grounded on ship?
Sir, can you explain again?
Huh?
Can you explain again?
Didn't understand. What did you say?
Sir, can you explain again?
I'm saying to you, if neutral would have been grounded, if suppose, let us say, if it was grounded, let us say this is the neutral node. If you would have put in the ship body, metal body, steel body, and if there would have been a fault, so straightway high current would have gone through ship body, through metal body, back to the neutral grounding and back to neutral of the generator. So high current would have flown due to earth fault, and this breaker would have tripped. This breaker would have tripped. So steering would have failed. Ship would have hit somebody, or ship would have got grounded. Okay, because a heavy body, 2 mile, 3 mile, it can go without steering. It will not stop. Okay, it's a very difficult to stop the engine. So steering is very, very important. We cannot stay without steering for 1-2 minutes even. Not even 1-2 minutes, even 30 seconds is dangerous. Particularly if you are in the narrow channel.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so we will never ground the neutral, so that if there is earth fault, no loop, no current will rush towards this way. The neutral is not grounded, no path. So motor will keep working. So
Sir, you are not audible.
okay, just give me a second. Okay, I think this point is clear now. It's a very, very important point. In case of merchant ship, why neutral is not grounded? Okay, why neutral
Yes,
is
sir.
not grounded? So that during earth fault, it's not a safety actually. It is not a safe system, but it is a machinery continuity system. Machinery will continue even if there is earth fault. If neutral would have been grounded, and if there was earth fault, then high current would have flown and tripping would have happened, and ship would have met some accident. Okay, that is the reason neutral is not grounded. So have you understood this?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. So today I will draw a very basic drawing of ship distribution. Very simple block layout, and that will be the last thing for today. But try to understand. Okay. So first thing you must know, there are 4 or 5 types of breakers. One is the just names only, not big thing. First thing is a miniature circuit breaker, which you have got in the homes. You see why I'm telling you this, you'll not understand anything if you don't know this. Second thing is the molded case circuit breaker. These are the breakers. This is the bigger than miniature. In shape, it is in your cabin. MCB is in your cabin. And molded case circuit breaker is feeding all motors. Thereafter is the air circuit breaker. Air circuit breaker means, okay. I'll tell you what is air circuit breaker, then vacuum circuit breaker. Vacuum circuit breaker. Okay, 4 will be good enough. Where there is oil breaker, gas breaker, and all that. Oil breaker is further big for high voltage. Okay, smaller MCB, further bigger MCCB, molded case circuit breaker, further bigger air circuit breaker, further bigger vacuum circuit breaker. So I'll just today I'll draw only the, okay, is 4 breakers clear? Just roughly, okay?
Yes.
Yes, sir, clear.
MCB miniature, MCCB molded case, ACB air circuit breaker, and V vacuum circuit breaker. Okay, you just keep the names of the breakers in mind. These are used in merchant ships. Now, I just draw one line.
Sir, all the breakers are used.
Oil
all. No, all of these. You told the 4 names that all
हाँ,
are used.
मिनिएचर तो आपके कैबिन में रहेगा ना, मिनिएचर सर्किट ब्रेकर.
हाँ, सर.
और अभी आप घर में भी है, अभी इधर तोलानी में भी आपके कैबिन में
हाँ, सर, है.
और मोल्डेड केस सर्किट ब्रेकर रहेगा. जो मोटर्स हैं, मेन सी वाटर पंप, कंप्रेसर मोटर है ना, लूबल मोटर, कूलिंग मोटर, like that, they are fed with molded case circuit breaker. From the switchboard you will switch on the molded case circuit breaker and supply will reach to the motor through starter. Clear? Molded case circuit breaker.
Yes, sir.
And air circuit breaker is generator output goes to the switchboard through air circuit breaker. For example, in our college, there are 3 air circuit breaker in PVD. One for DG1, one for DG2, one for short supply. So because this DG1 feed to the switchboard through air circuit breaker. Again DG2 feed to the main switchboard through air circuit breaker. Again short supply in the ship feed to the main switchboard through air circuit breaker. 3 air circuit breakers are in the workshop. There are also 2 generator which is backup for Tolani. So on merchant ship also there will be only 4 or 5 air circuit breaker. DG1 will run and the supply of DG1 through air circuit breaker will go to switchboard. Then DG2 will run. If you switch on, supply of DG2 through air circuit breaker is reaching to the main switchboard. DG3 shaft generator. There is something like shaft generator. We'll tell you later on. Then there is an emergency generator. So jitne generator utne air circuit breaker. Okay. And vacuum circuit breaker is for high voltage. And in merchant ship, 1000 volt and above is the high voltage. You know, that day I told you line voltage. I told you, VL440. This is the low voltage. So if the phase to phase is 1000 volt, we call high voltage in merchant ship.
Yes, sir.
In merchant ship, there are, in shore, there are many categories, medium, high, large, like so many. But in merchant ship, it's a low voltage, high voltage. Okay. So I'll just draw main switchboard. Now let us say DG1 is running. I just make a block only. This is DG1. And this 3 wire will come out through breaker. It will go to main switchboard. This is a main switchboard. This is the main switchboard. Main switchboard means headquarter of electricity. This is the place where generator feeds supply, and like like in Tolani we have got switchboard. So complete Tolani is fed through main switchboard. Generator will feed the main switchboard, and main switchboard will feed all the loads of the Tolani. Can anybody tell me what is this breaker? This breaker? Name of this breaker?
MCCB.
No, ACB. generator is feeding now. This is a air circuit breaker. Let us say there is another generator, and then this is a DG2. DG2. Tell me name of this air breaker. Bolo.
ACB.
ACB, again air circuit breaker. Then there is one breaker here on main switchboard. Then there is an emergency switchboard. There is always one emergency switchboard on ship. Emergency switchboard, which is away from the engine room, so that fire and flooding in the engine room should not disturb the emergency switchboard. Okay, so emergency switchboard through breaker, again feeding. So this is also ACB. All are the air circuit breaker. Okay, then this is also air circuit breaker, and this is the emergency generator. Emergency generator. Okay, all essential services through molded case circuit breaker, sprinkler, through molded case circuit breaker, lights, yeah, steering, one steering motor, then through molded case circuit breaker, bridge equipment, like that. Essential services. You know what is essential services? Very, very important service, like navigation light, air horn, one steering motor, emergency light, okay, emergency compressor. These are the services which are very, very important in the emergency. So you can explain like that. Again, this is air circuit breaker. This is a air circuit breaker. So if DG1 is running, it is feeding the main switchboard, and generally these breakers are on. This is on, this is on. So generally emergency switchboard is fed through the main switchboard only. Generally emergency switchboard is fed through the main switchboard. Okay. Now suppose DG1 fails, DG2 should run. If DG2 fails, in tanker ship there could be DG3. If DG3 also fails, then emergency generator should start within 45 seconds and should start feeding the emergency switchboard. And then this is the interlock. This is the interlock. Interlock means if this is on, this should be off. Supply should not go back to the main switchboard, because a small generator, like in your home, when inverter is running, you do not feed outside. You feed your home only. Okay. See, if there is a supply from outside, your inverter battery is under charge. So it's ready. If there is no supply, your inverter feeds your home, not other outer homes, not others. Similarly, if DG1, DG2 is running, it is feeding main switchboard, the emergency switchboard. Okay, DG1, DG2 through main switchboard, it is feeding the emergency switchboard. But in case emergency generator is running, its breaker is on, it won't feed back to the main switchboard. Okay. Is this much clear? Very, very basic layout.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just don't forget, it's whatever merchant ship you go, DG1, DG2, DG3 will feed the main switchboard. Main switchboard will feed the emergency switchboard. Emergency switchboard will feed essential services like sprinkler, your emergency compressor, one steering motor, navigation light, bridge equipment, all that, fog horn. And in case of DG1 failure, DG2 must run, DG2 failure, DG3 must run. DG3 failure, emergency generator must get onto the load within 45 seconds. It's a rule, okay? So if generator, emergency generator, that is EG, this one, if this is running and it's a feeding the main switchboard, then main switchboard should not feed back to the main switchboard, because main switchboard is having many devices connected. So emergency generator is smaller in size. So just I'm giving you 2-3 minutes break. Just make a rough drawing. DG1 through air circuit breaker feeding main switchboard. DG2 through air circuit breaker feeding main switchboard. From main switchboard through breaker. One breaker on emergency switchboard. Feeding emergency switchboard. Then emergency generator feeding the emergency switchboard. And there is interlock. If I'm asking you what is the interlock, you must say that whenever emergency generator is feeding the emergency switchboard, it won't feed back to the main switchboard. So within 2 minutes, I'm giving you 2 minutes. Please draw this block drawing, block concept. All of you. Are you drawing? Are you doing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we are drawing.
Never forget this. This is a simple block layout. Kisi bhi merchant ship you go, whichever ship you go, this is the only way. Main switchboard feeding emergency switchboard, not other way. Okay? DG1, DG2 feeding main switchboard feeding emergency switchboard. In case trouble, in case of blackout, emergency generator will start within 45 seconds, but there is interlock. It won't feed back to the main switchboard. Okay? Just do it within 2-3 minutes.
Sir, there is any books or something for this course?
Say again.
Sir, what is the book for this
Beta, I'm
course?
making notes. Give me some, maybe 2 weeks more. I'll make a good notes and we'll give you a good handout. We'll give you. Just I was busy with something different, and don't worry. This is a new subject. You have to be serious because there is no old question paper. Generally, what happens? We have for all other subjects old question papers, and most of the questions, they get repeated. And cadets have a help from the old question paper. Now we do not have the old question paper. So what is the thing? We have to be smart now. It's only our smartness that we do better job. We have to be very smart. We should know what could be, what can be asked, and how to learn the things, how to make block diagram, how to learn about distribution. What is a switchboard? What is a section board? What is a distribution board? What is a group starter panel? What is a breaker? What is a, like that. Ho jayega, don't worry. But we will give you docket. Just give me maybe 2 weeks more. Leaving this week, I'll start preparing next week, and within 2 weeks we will prepare and give you. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
We will put in the Moodle then. Just I am not in touch. Even I'll put CHLP. First, you see the CHLP. It's a well prepared as per your syllabus, IMU syllabus, and I am sure that we will do good job. No cadet will fail. Only thing is that you have to work hard. It does not happen that you don't do anything, and then you think that I will get cleared. It's never possible. Even I am electrical person. If somebody tells me to face the exam and I don't prepare, I will also not get good marks, even though I am electrical person. ठीक है? तो
yes, sir.
हाँ, कोई मेहनत के बिना कुछ भी नहीं मिलता. हम लोग को टेक्निकल बंदे हैं, मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी, एंड थोड़ा लेजी भी नहीं होना चाहिए है. थोड़ा करेंगे, डोंट वरी. जस्ट इट्स अ स्टार्टिंग फेज. जस्ट लेट अस 2-3 weeks. I just draw this. I'll take only 10-second break. I want to take water and I will again continue. Div 2 cadets, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, I'm going to make a quick repeat what I have been doing last. This is the second lecture. Just very, very quick. Just listen, because I'll tell you, if you listen to me again and again, no, that will go into your head. That's the reason I speak again and again. Secondly, make a small note also somewhere. Otherwise, you will again forget. And my again and again speaking will have no meaning then. It will all become meaningless. See, learning is very easy, but holding that knowledge is difficult. For that, you have to make some note, you hold it somewhere, keep it somewhere. So just I'm making very quick run what we have done up till now. Line voltage, phase and phase, it's a 440, merchant ships are 440. Done. Phase voltage, on shore, it is a phase and neutral. On merchant ship, there is no neutral, so we step down. Okay. There is a transformer for 230. There is no neutral. Okay. Second thing done. Colors, red, yellow, blue. If you see red, yellow, blue, it is a line voltage. Particularly, it is going to some motor or big heater or some big load. Okay, it is going to some galley or it is going to bridge. These are the three phases. And names RYB, RST, L1, L2, L3, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Okay, colors neutral black, ground green. Thereafter, we understood the ratio root 3. Line voltage is root 3 times more than phase voltage. So that I told you other day, it's like two equal forces lying 60 degrees apart vectorally. So resultant is root 3 into 1 force. So phase voltage square plus phase voltage square plus 2 phase voltage square into cos 60. So if you take out, this is a line voltage actually. It's a root 3 into phase voltage. Thereafter, a neutral wide is neutral grounded. On shore, it is grounded because of safety. Wherever there is earth fault, like in your cabin, if there is earth fault, your cabin breaker will trip. Your friend's cabin, there is earth fault, your friend's cabin breaker will trip. Okay, wherever there is a fault on shore, there is a tripping. Why? Because neutral is grounded. The moment red phase is touching or yellow phase is touching to the wall or to the ground, blue phase is touching to the ground. From that point, very, very high current will flow through earth back to the transformer ground and back to neutral of the star configured winding, secondary winding. And on merchant ship, neutral is not grounded. Okay, can anybody reply me one sentence why neutral is not grounded on merchant ship?
Sir, it will get tripped. And then the steering will not be.
No, but Vida, you say like that, if neutral would have been grounded on merchant ship, due to earth fault anywhere, loop would have been formed, high current would have flown from the earth fault point back to the through the ship body back to the neutral. Sorry, and high current would have flown, tripping would have taken place, and essential service would have tripped. we never wanted essential service to trip on board ship due to earth fault. And I gave you example of steering motor. So conclusion is that never ground the neutral, so that if even earth fault takes place, no current will rush towards the neutral since it is not grounded. Current won't shoot up, breaker won't trip, machinery keep working even there is a earth fault. This much we have done, and then I made a block concept. See, never forget, they are very, very important. DG1, DG2, DG3, through air circuit breaker, feeding the main switchboard feeding the emergency switchboard. And in case of DG1 failure, DG2 failure, or in case of blackout, emergency generator will run within 45 seconds and get on load within 45 seconds, and it will start feeding emergency switchboard only, not back to main switchboard. For example, in your home, your inverter feeds your home, not the full street outside. Okay. Similarly, emergency generator is only for emergency switchboard and not to feed back to the main switchboard. Very, very important. Huh? So you have drawn this very, very basic concept. DG1, DG2, air circuit breakers. Then this is a tie breaker from main switchboard to the emergency switchboard. Current can flow only from main switchboard to emergency switchboard, not vice versa. So should we do the next step now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just now I will tell you 2-3 basic things. Then we will wind up the class today. I'll give you a few minutes break so that you're good for 3 to 4 lecture. Okay. So break is very, very essential. If you're not good, your mind is not fresh, you will never enjoy 1 hour. You will get frustrated. Okay. So break is very, very, just relax somewhere 5-7 minutes after the class so that you're good for 3 to 4 lecture. Okay. Next, just 2-3 basic things, because this is, I feel this is a very, very important thing, this one. So block concept. And as I already promised you that give some time, we'll give you good notes. We'll make some good docket and give to you. And maybe I will try to make a question answer pattern. So read question, give answer, and it will match with your syllabus. And we'll put CHLP within one day or 2 days. I'll go to college tomorrow and put CHLP in the Moodle. And I think on 14 you have class test also. You know that or no?
No, sir.
I'll check up the date. I think it is a 14. There could be a class test for maybe 10 marks or 20 marks. So I'll check up tomorrow. Huh? So if there is a class test, we'll tell you the syllabus, what you have to read, and what you have to read and from where you have to read. Huh? We'll tell you. Is it okay? First year, Div 2?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. Let us say, can you see? This is some different color. Can you see? If it is a battery 220 volt, and if it is a negative polarity, and this is positive. If you connect the lamp across positive negative, will it light up? थोड़ा बोलो Div 2, last 5 minutes, फिर मैं छोड़ दूंगा क्लास को 5 मिनट. It will light up बेटा. Positive negative लगाओ ना तो लैंप क्यों नहीं लाइट करेगा? पॉजिटिव से करंट पॉजिटिव से करंट लैंप में घुसेगा, लैंप के टंगस्टन एलिमेंट से नेगेटिव में, अंदर से बैटरी में नेगेटिव से पॉजिटिव. ओके.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And if I connect the lamp like that and don't connect negative, and will it light up? Now negative is not connected.
No, sir. It will not.
Okay. If I connect to the ground, will it light up?
No, sir.
Huh? Bolo jaldi.
No, sir.
It will not light up. Suppose I connect negative to the ground, will it light up? Now?
No, sir.
Now it will light up through ground,
Sir,
through ground. It will light up now. Okay?
Yeah, okay, sir.
It will light up. Now,
Sir, please repeat it.
Okay, let us say it is U, and let us say it is not grounded, negative is not grounded, and if you touch positive, you're standing on the earth, will you get shock? Will you get shock?
Yes, sir.
No,
Yes.
you will not get if it is not grounded. If it is not grounded, you will not get shock. Clear? If it is not grounded, no current will, loop will not be formed. See what happens, whatever current comes out from positive, that current somehow must reach back to negative. Maybe through wire, maybe through earth, maybe through water, whatever media could be. But if the current does not go back to negative, nothing will happen to load, nothing will happen to human being. Got it or no? क्या हो गया टिप 2? इतना बहुत सिंपल करके पढ़ा रहा हूं, आप बता नहीं रहे.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, suppose it is grounded. Suppose ये ग्राउंड किया हुआ है, आपको शॉक लगेगा कि नहीं लगेगा?
लगेगा.
Now you will get shock because current from positive through your body, through your feet, through earth, through this earthing back to negative, and from negative internally towards positive. Loop बन गया ना, करंट को रास्ता मिल गया ना, आपको शॉक लगेगा. So what is the rule of electricity? Now please remember the rule. Sorry. Whatever current comes out from the positive, same amount, same current should reach back to the other point of the same source. Now please remember, जो करंट एक सोर्स से निकला उसको उसी सोर्स के दूसरे पॉइंट पे जाना है. दिस इज द ओनली वे, डोंट फॉरगेट दिस पॉइंट है. Understood this point? Because if you know these all things, you will enjoy distribution, otherwise you will not enjoy.
Yes, sir.
Again, आप अगर पॉजिटिव इसका देखो, अगर दो बैटरी है ना, सपोज ओके, मान लो एक बैटरी ये है, इसका पॉजिटिव, और एक बैटरी 220 वोल्ट की इधर है, इसका ये नेगेटिव, इसका ये नेगेटिव है, एंड इट इज यू. आप एक हाथ से इसको पकड़ो नेगेटिव को, दूसरे को इस पॉजिटिव को, शॉक लगेगा? बोलो.
Yes, sir.
नहीं लगेगा, क्योंकि जो पॉजिटिव से करंट निकला है उसको इधर आना है, नेगेटिव में आना है, तो ही शॉक लगेगा.
Okay, sir.
नहीं लगेगा, ये लूप नहीं बन रहा ना. हाँ, अगर ऐसा होता कि इसका पॉजिटिव मान लो जमीन पे होता और इसका नेगेटिव जमीन पे होता, तो अब शॉक लग जाता. क्यों? ये पॉजिटिव से करंट निकला, ये पॉजिटिव से निकला आपकी बॉडी से होके, नेगेटिव से अंदर से ऐसे जाके ऐसा धरती से होके बैक इधर आ गया. अब लूप बन गया ना, अब शॉक लगेगा, नहीं तो नहीं लगेगा. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
एंड लास्ट थिंग, मैं साइनोसॉइडल वेव फॉर्म बता के फिर आपके आज बेसिक पूरे हो जाएंगे. लाइन वोल्टेज, फेज वोल्टेज, न्यूट्रल, ग्राउंडिंग, बेसिक लेआउट ऑफ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन जो वो बताया, DG1, DG2, DG3, इमरजेंसी जनरेटर, ब्रेकर्स, स्विच बोर्ड, इमरजेंसी स्विच बोर्ड एंड ऑल दैट. तो नहीं तो चलो नेक्स्ट क्लास में जो बता दूंगा. इट्स ऑलरेडी 46 नाउ, एंड जस्ट आज इतना ही डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन किया है. एंड एक ये रूल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का बताया, वट एवर करंट कम्स आउट फ्रॉम द वन पोलरिटी ऑफ द सोर्स, इट मस्ट गो बैक टू द अदर पोलरिटी ऑफ द सेम सोर्स. ओके, अगर कोई ट्रांसफार्मर है ना, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल मान लो ये एक ट्रांसफार्मर है. ओके, ये सेकेंडरी वाइंडिंग है ट्रांसफार्मर की, ठीक है ना. अगर आपने इसको टच किया, लेट अस इट इज यू या मी, तो अगर आपकी बॉडी से होकर करंट इधर नहीं आ रहा तो आपको शॉक नहीं लगेगा, ठीक है ना। जहां तो दोनों को टच करोगे तो शॉक लगेगा। जहां सपोज ये ग्राउंड कर दो और आप भी जमीन पे खड़े हो, ठीक है, आप भी, इफ यू आर स्टैंडिंग ऑन, इट्स यू, एंड आप जमीन पे खड़े हो, तो फिर आपका करंट ऐसे घूम के ऐसे लग जाएगा शॉक, ठीक है। सो यू वांट मी टू एंड द मीटिंग और व्हाट यू वांट?
The meeting, sir.
ओके, हु इज एब्सेंट, हु इज सीयर? सीयर एब्सेंट कौन है? अजय।
No.
नहीं, कोई भी एब्सेंट नहीं है?
No, sir.
ओके, ठीक है, आई एम एंडिंग द मीटिंग।
Thank you, sir.
हाँ हाँ, ओके,
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
और बाय।
Thanks, sir.
Okay, take some break and get ready for next lecture now.
Okay, sir.
Hmm.
Thank you, sir.